Oh my God, I can go live. I'm jumping on because I can finally go live on my new page. And I don't know, I just have some exciting things coming that I've been working on. And I just wanted to actually tell everybody about it. Um, yes, I can create obviously a cute little reel or some cute images that are captivating and mystical and all those things to try to really encompass what I have coming down the line of interesting sessions and um, books and astrology things that I've been working on. I posted today about the astrocartography, which I've been playing with it on myself, and it's been very useful, especially with me moving to Greensburg and me basically trying to understand why we moved out here, other than obviously the obvious thing of, buying a house and getting something that was worth less with more room compared if we would have got it in Allegheny County or Monroeville area where we obviously wanted to stay. I miss Gateway. But, I'm always looking at things metaphysically, spiritually, just to make sure I understand why these things are happening to me, because I understand there's always a reason, there's always meanings, and we're multidimensional, so there's multiple reasons of why things occur. So I just been trying to comprehend why Greensburg, why this house, and using my astrology chart and using astrocartography, using the information I know about grid working and ley lines, and researching. I'm a huge researcher. If I don't understand something, I'm a research it. So I just been trying to figure out why this location. And I think what tied it for me was noticing since we moved out here, the skies are very active with orbs, and especially at night, moving lights that are not planes. Seeing like the aurora borealis out here really, really good. Seeing stars. Oh my God, because there's no street lights where we live, so I can see the stars for days. And then you know how you focus in on an area and then more things pop out. Oh my God, I can get lost. Just neighbors probably think I'm weird looking out. I'm like, why is this girl just always outside staring up in the sky? But realizing that, and then looking into the ley lines in this area, asking questions to people that I've encountered, learning about, Greensburg, Latrobe, Mount Pleasant, that Keeksburg, Jeanette is a hot spot for quote unquote UFO sightings. And, the big one is in Kecksburg, I think that's Kecksburg. I hope I'm saying it right. Hope I'm not offending anybody. But, the UFO that landed out there, me noticing when I drive certain areas, back roads, main roads on 30, like I feel a shift that occurs. Once again, researching and talking to people, that there's certain areas that is known to, you will experience this shift, or uncomfortableness that sometimes occur when you're at certain intersections. And then tying that into, once again, where I live and why is it so active over my house. And, where we live, it used to be a golf course, but of course before that was something else. So diving into what this land used to be. But basically what I'm getting at is I'm supposed to be here because of my frequency, because of the energies that I pull down, because of my genetics. I bring a certain frequency to this area. I'm actually activating things in this area. And even, making certain moves, like starting the Western PA Mystics Metaphysical Collective Facebook group. It's connecting me with obviously people out this way, and we're having a lot of things in common. And, to me, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Things are always purposeful in some type of way. So once again, using all that information to figure out myself, figure out what's going on in my life, why I'm in certain areas where I'm at, because I like to travel, and I notice when I travel to certain areas, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, Midwest, I feel differently in these places. So looking into that and figuring out what aligns, once again, with my astrology, my birth chart, and also what aligns with my frequency, has really pushed me into offering this new service of, using astrocartography for you to find where your soul aligns at, where your prosperity and your abundance is, where your relationships, regardless if it's love or friendships or partnerships, business, all that, where that aligns perfectly for you. Even look into why you live where you live. And I forgot one thing. Big into numerology, so I was looking into why the address. I was using the address, and figure out that frequency of the house, because the house will carry that frequency of your number. But the number kept coming up as not a good thing for me, and I was just like, that's weird. But then I just found out a couple weeks ago that they changed our house number when they decided to build this new neighborhood at the bottom of the hill. And our house number used to be something different. And I was always wondering why this house number block was in our garage. It was just left there. Come to find out, that was the number that used to be the house. So then when I calculated that number, it aligned. So, giving you gems and stuff right now too. You can figure out why you were in the house that you're in, the frequency that's associated where you live. It all ties into why that house chose you, or you chose that house, however you want to see it, why you're in the area that you're in. But anywho, so yes, so I am offering that new service for people to figure out where they align on this earth. And it's not per se, hey, your sun line is saying that you should be over here. That means you have to move. If you decide to do that, that's fine. But it's more so because, there's online, there's the internet, there's virtual. Maybe that means connecting with people that live in that area. If your Venus line is saying your partnerships, a business and things like that, or this area of the country or this area of the world, that doesn't mean you have to up and move there. It means that you start connecting with people that live there. Maybe visiting there, and creating relationships that way, and then continuing those relationships virtually, online, text, phone, whatever, when you move back home. Now, this is the good stuff. So, once again, I'm very galactic. I'm very cosmic. I know my origins. I know what I carry in my genetics. And I know where my soul originates from. And I know for me to have, quote unquote, a human experience and down here is probably completely different than how other people perceive that phrase, that concept. So, like I said, me being very big into understanding grid lines and ley lines, I think that's the other thing I left out. Backtrack. Majority of the time, this ain't all the time, but majority of the time when there's quote unquote UFO activity in a particular area, it's associated with the ley lines because that's what they're gravitating to. Keep that in mind. So fast forward back to what I'm talking about. So I started thinking, because I'm about to go on vacation to Cancun. Me and my husband went to Riviera Maya for our honeymoon in 2022, and I visit Chichen Itza, and I had a full-blown experience there, full-blown awakening. Remember, not even awakening, remembrance. I've been there before. I knew what the buildings were without reading the plaques that were there. I was telling my husband what this was and what this building was and what we did there, this and that. And then we would walk up, come across the plaque that they would have in front of that structure, and it would be exactly that. Yeah. I can even tell you, it's not the front, I think it's the back of the pyramid there that's in between where they had the priestess quarters, because that's what they were. And there's a gap in the ground, and they had it marked off, so, people don't fall in it. There's underground structures. There's layers of underground structures that is way grander and more in depth than what's above the ground. Yes. So, knowing that happened in 2022, I'm like, okay, going to Cancun. I definitely want to go to Isla Mujeres. I think that's what it is. Basically, it's the island of the goddess. Definitely want to go there because I've been already sensing I need to go there. But I was like, I wonder if I can find out areas on the earth that are aligned with the star nations that I carry in my genetics, that align with me as what people call a starseed. And boy, did I find some information. And of course, they give you the major sites that aligns with like the main, star nations out there, the Lyrans, Syrians, Pleiadians, Arcturians, even Cygnus. One of my major stars, and it obviously aligns with my birthday as being a Leo, is Regalis. I said Regal because that's one of my selves. That comes from there. But, so yeah. So I was able to find specific areas on the earth that align with my genetics that will either trigger remembrance, activate things in me, align with my frequency as my mission and purpose, blah, blah, blah. I even was able to fine point it to, once again, why am I living in Greensburg? And learning the different ley lines that are associated with this area. Another one, one I'm highly fascinated with, and I'm very close to, and when I say close, it's a 4-hour drive, but I want to get there so bad. Like, I'm so drawn to this area, especially when I see it online, is the Serpent Mound in Ohio. Come to find out, the information that was given to me let me know that my genetics align with the Serpent Mound and the ancient tribe that was there that created it. So, with all that to say, coming soon, I'll be able to offer Starseed Earth Grid maps that obviously for my starseeds, for my cosmic enthusiasts that are quote unquote trying to phone home but not getting nothing on the other side of the line. It's probably because you haven't connected to the right places on earth to amplify your frequency and let them know, hey, I'm trying to get in touch with you. So that's coming soon. I will be posting more information about that. I'm really excited about it because this is, once again, ever since I changed my business name, since I really fully stepped into being a priestess, being a womb healer, being a mystic, and really carrying my lineage of this is what we do. Things have just been clicking and clicking and clicking. So that's coming soon. Look forward to the post, reel, whatever I decide to do to really put it out there. And if you're intrigued already, just reach out and let's get the ball rolling. All right. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day.